Hello viewers, you're welcome again to my YouTube channel, Mathematics Made Easy. So with tutor Ajegbe Paul, that's my name. Okay, guys, in today's video, we want to solve a beautiful problem taken from the 1997 National Contest, which is Austria Olympiad Mathematics Competition. So the problem says solve the system for x, y, and a set of real number x minus 1 multiplied by y squared plus 6 equals y into bracket x squared plus 1. Then y minus 1 into x squared plus 6 equals x into bracket y squared plus 1. So that is the system of equation we want to solve. Okay, so before we dive into the solution, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Don't forget to like, comment, and also share. Okay, let's dive into the solution. Now, if you want to solve this problem, the first thing you're going to do is to add the two equation up. All right, that is, you add equation 1 to equation 2. Okay, so let's do that. Add equation 1 to equation 2. So it means x minus 1 multiplied by y squared plus 6. Okay, then a plus y minus 1 multiplied by s squared plus 6. So which will be equal to y into bracket s squared plus 1, then plus x into bracket y squared plus 1. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is to simplify completely. So if you simplify completely, x multiplied by y squared, that's going to give us xy squared. X multiplied by 6, that's going to give us 6x. Negative 1 multiplied by y, negative y squared. Negative 1 multiplied by 6, negative 6. Plus y multiplied by x squared, that's x squared y. Y multiplied by 6, that's 6y. Minus 1 multiplied by x squared, that's negative x squared. Then negative 1 multiplied by 6, that's negative 6. So y times x squared, that is x squared y. Y times 1, that is y. X times y squared, that is xy squared. Then x times 1, that is x. Okay, so next thing we're going to do here is to collect like terms, and then you simplify completely. So if xy squared, then we have xy squared here, so definitely they're going to cancel out. Okay, that is if you subtract xy squared from both sides. And also here x squared y, if you subtract from both sides, that was going to cancel out. Okay, so what we have now, we have 6x, then is x. So we subtract x from both sides, so that's going to give us 5x. Okay, then look at this is 6y, this is y. So if we subtract y from both sides, that's going to give us 5y. All right, we have negative y squared, we have negative x squared. Then don't forget negative 6, so that's going to give us negative 12. Then everything here equal to 0. Yeah, that's beautiful. Now let's move on, guys. So we can rewrite these as follows. This is y, this is y, this is y, this is y. So we can group them. So if we group, we have negative x squared plus 5x, then negative y squared plus 5y, then minus 12 equal to 0. Okay, then we can multiply both sides by negative sign, so that this will be positive, this will be positive. All right, so if we do that, you multiply both sides by negative 1, so we have x squared and minus 5x plus y squared minus 5y plus 12, then everything here equal to 0. The next thing we're gonna do is to complete the square. All right, if we complete the square, you complete the square for this, you complete the square for this. Okay, so if you complete the square for x squared minus 5x, so that's going to give us x minus 5, then to the second power, then minus 25 over 4. Okay, then for this also, this will be plus y minus 5 to the second power, then minus 25 over 4, then plus 12, then everything equal to 0. Okay, so negative 25 over 4 minus 25 over 4 plus 12. So that's going to give us a negative half. So we have x minus 5 to the second power plus y minus 5 to the second power, then minus 1 over 2, then everything here equals to 0. So this will be x minus 5 to the second power plus y minus 5 to the second power is equal to 1 over 2. That is, if you had 1 over 2 to the both side. So we can call this equation 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on. I think you are getting what we are doing here. So it's not something that is hard. You just need you must know how to think very well. You think fast, and then you must know how to do some manipulations very well if you want to solve this kind of equation. And then it's a contest, so you have to be very fast in solving. Okay, you have to be very fast in solving. Now the next thing we're gonna do now is to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. All right, that will be the second step. You subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Let me write down: subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, from equation 1. Now let's do that together, guys. Yeah, so this is what we're going to have. So we're going to have x minus 1 then multiplied by y squared plus 6, y squared plus 6, then minus y minus 1 then multiplied by x squared plus 6. Okay, so which will be equal to y into bracket x squared plus 1 then minus x into bracket y squared plus 1. All right, now let's simplify completely by opening the bracket and then collect like terms and you finish up the work. So x multiplied by y squared are going to give us xy squared. This is going to give us 6x. This is going to give us negative y squared. This is going to give us negative 6. Okay, I think we've done that earlier. Then minus y, you have x squared y, you have 6y, you have negative x squared, you have negative 6, then everything here will be equal to yx squared plus y, then minus xy squared, then minus x. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, so let's move on. So here we have xy squared plus 6x minus y squared minus 6 minus x squared y minus 6y plus x squared plus 6 equals, we can write this as x squared y, don't forget. So then plus y minus xy squared minus x. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I know, like, you understand what I did here? Like, I opened the bracket with the negative sign. All right, that's what I did here. Okay, guys, so now let's collect like terms. So what do you notice? Yeah, xy squared, this is negative xy squared. So if you add xy squared to both sides, so we're gonna have 2xy squared. That's pretty cool. Then look at this negative x squared y and x squared y. So if you subtract x squared y from both sides, we're gonna have negative 2x squared y. That's also pretty cool. Yeah, so what is the next thing? Negative 6 and this will cancel out. Then this is negative x and then this is 6x. So if you add x to the both sides, we're going to have 7x. This negative 6y, this is y. So if you subtract y from both sides, we're going to have negative 7y. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now let's move on. So what again? Yeah, then we have your negative y squared and then we have a positive x squared, and then everything will be equal to 0. Okay, guys, now let's move on. So what do you notice here? We can see that 2 is coming and xy is coming, so we can factor out 2xy. So we have 2xy then into y minus x, then plus 7x, sorry, yeah, plus 7x, okay, then minus 7y minus y squared plus x squared equal to 0. Yeah, so we can group this also. We can group. So if we group, like, this is x squared, it is 7x, and this is negative y squared, this is negative 7y, so I can group them. So if I do that, I'm going to have 2xy then into y minus x, okay, then plus x squared plus 7x, okay, then minus y squared minus 7y, then everything will be equal to 0. Then we complete the square, so this will be 2xy then into y minus x. So if you complete the square, x squared plus 7x, so that's going to give us x plus 7 to the second power, then minus 49 over 4. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. And then look at this. So we can factor out the negative sign. So this will be minus, then into, then if you complete the square there also, you have y plus 7 to the second power, then minus 49 over 4. Okay, then everything equal to 0. So guys, now let's move on. We have 2xy then into y minus x, then plus x plus 7 to the second power minus 49 over 4. Then if you open the bracket here with a negative sign, so you have minus y plus 7 to the second power, then plus 49 over 4, then everything here equal to 0. So minus 49 plus 4, over 4 plus 49 over 4. So that's going to give us 0 automatically. Yeah. So, sorry. So that's going to give us 0. Yeah. Now, let's move on, guys. So, what are we going to do now? So, we have 2xy then into y minus x plus 7 to the second power, then minus y plus 7 to the second power equal to 0. Equal to 0. Equal to 0. Sorry, 7 over 2. My God, 7 over 2. I'm very sorry for that. 7 over 2. We are completing the square. All right. 7 over 2. So sorry for that. And here also, we made the same error here. This should be 5 over 2, 5 over 2, 5 over 2, 5 over 2, over 2, over 2. Yeah, I'm very sorry for that. Okay, so let's move on. So what are we going to do next now? Remember from your difference of 2 squared, if you have a squared minus b squared, so this is going to give us a minus b multiplied by a plus b. So we can do same thing here. So if we do that, we're going to have 2xy then into y minus x, then plus, your a here will be x plus 7. So we have, x plus 7 over 2. So we have x plus 7 over 2. Then your b will be y plus 7 over 2. So we have minus y plus 7 over 2. Okay, then multiply by x plus 7 over 2. All right, then plus y plus 7 over 2. So everything here equals 0. So we have 2xy, then into bracket y minus x, then plus, 7 over 2 minus 7 over 2 will give us 0. So we have x minus y, then I multiply by, x plus y. So 7 over 2 plus 7 over 2, that is going to give us 7. Okay, then everything equals 0. So I can put this into bracket, then you open the bracket. So if you open the bracket, we have 2xy into bracket y minus x plus, this will be x minus y multiplied by x plus y, then plus 7 into bracket x minus y, then everything here will be equal to 0. So we can rewrite this by factoring out -1. So if we factor out -1, we're going to have negative 2xy into bracket x minus y, then plus, x minus y into bracket x plus y, then plus 7 into x minus y equal to 0. So we can group and then factorize. So these and these, they can come together. So we have negative 2xy into bracket x minus y plus 7 into bracket x minus y, then plus x minus y into bracket x plus y, so equal to 0. So x minus 1 is coming here. So we have x minus y into brackets, minus 2xy plus 7 means 7 minus 2xy. Then plus x minus y, then into x plus y. So this x minus y, this x minus y. Don't forget, you're going to take one out of it. Okay, then you bring these and this together. So if you do that, we have x minus y, then into bracket, 7 minus 2xy plus x plus y, then everything equal to 0. So we can call this equation 2, or let's just move on. This means either x minus y equals 0 or 7 minus 2xy plus x plus y equals 0. Okay, now dealing with this first, we said x minus y equals 0. So this implies x is equal to y. Okay, so you input x equal to y in equation 1. All right, in equation 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's clean this page so that we can have enough space to work. All right, now let's move on, guys. So don't forget, we said substitute x equal to y in equation 1. And then what is our equation 1? So your equation 1 is y minus 5 over 2 to the second power plus x minus 5 over 2 to the second power. So which is equal to 1 over 2. So if you substitute x to be y, so we're going to have, anyway you see x, you put y. So y minus 5 over 2 to the second power plus y minus 5 over 2 to the second power, which is equal to 1 over 2. So y minus 5 over 2 to the second power plus y minus 5 over 2 to the second power. So this will give us 2 into bracket y minus 5 over 2 to the second power, which is 1 over 2. So you can divide both sides by 2. We have y minus 5 over 2 to the second power is equal to 1 over 4. Then you take the square root of both sides. We have y minus 5 over 2 equals plus or minus 1 over 2. You know, square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2. And don't forget you put your plus or minus. So this means y is equal to 5 over 2 plus or minus 1 over 2. So we have y is equal to 5 plus 1 over 2 or 5 minus 1 over 2. So this implies that 6 over 2 or 4 over 2. So this implies y equals 3 or y equals 4. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So don't forget, if y is equal to 3, then definitely x will also be equal to 3. Then if y equal to 4, so definitely x will also be equal to 4. I mean 2. Sorry, 2, because 4 divided by 2 is 2. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So this means when x is 3, y is also 3. Then when x is 2, y is also 2. Okay, so that is about that. Okay, guys, so now the next thing you must do, we have two stuff. We have from these parts coming from these parts, we have x minus y equals 0 or 7 minus 2xy plus x plus y equals 0. So we must deal with this guy also. Okay, now let's do that now. Let's do that. Now, all solution to the original system when x is not equal to y. All right, and there will be solutions to the second equation, which is x plus y minus 2xy plus 7 equal to 0. All right, so next thing we are going to do here is to rewrite this equation. Then how can you rewrite this equation? Yeah, it's not something that is hard. Okay, the first thing is subtract 7 from both sides. So if we do that, we have x plus y minus 2xy is equal to negative 7. Then next thing, we can divide through by negative 2. This negative 2 right here. So we have over negative 2 over negative 2 over negative 2 over negative 2. So we have xy, because negative cancels negative, 2 we cancel 2. So we have xy minus 1 over 2, x minus 1 over 2y is equal to 7 over 2, because the negative sign, we cancel out the negative sign over there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So then how can we write this guy? This means, it will be in this form, x plus a, then multiply by y plus b. All right, so if we expand this will give us xy plus bx and plus ay, then plus ab. All right, then if we equate this to be equal to this, this means bx will be minus 1 over 2x, so we have definitely b will be negative half, then a will be negative half also. A is equal to negative half. Then ab will be equal to negative half times negative half, which is positive 1 over 4. All right, then we now have xy. So don't forget b is negative half, so we have negative half x. A is also negative half y. Then ab is 1 over 4. It's 1 over 4. All right, so, and don't forget a is negative half, b is also negative half. So definitely this will be equal to x minus half multiplied by y minus half. But remember, guys, we know that xy minus 1 over 2, x minus 1 over 2y is 7 over 2. All right, so this will be 7 over 2 plus 1 over 4, which is equal to x minus half multiplied by y minus half. So this implies, 7 over 2 plus 1 over 4, so that will give us 15 over 4. All right, 15 over 4. Okay, so that is, we've rewritten that equation as follows: x minus half multiplied by y minus half equals 15 over 4. So that's about that. So I'm gonna call this equation 2. All right, so next thing we're gonna do now is to solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. Okay, so you solve them simultaneously. Don't forget equation 1 is x minus 5 over 2 to the second power plus y minus 5 over 2 to the second power, so which is equal to 1 over 2. All right, this is equation 1. Then equation 2 is now x minus half multiplied by y minus half, which is equal to 15 over 4. That's equation 2. All right, so now let's clean this second part so that we can have enough space to work to solve the remaining part of the solution. Okay, we are almost done. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. It is very, very important. Okay, now let's solve these two equations simultaneously. Now, for this to be very easy for us to solve, so I'm going to make a substitution. So what substitution I'm going to make here is I'm going to say, let A be equal to x minus 5 over 2. And then let B be equal to y minus 5 over 2. So if A is x minus 5 over 2, so what will be x minus half? We had 2 to the both sides, so we're going to have x minus half equal a plus 2. Then for the second one also, we had 2 to the both side, you have y minus half is equal to b plus 2. Okay, so we can now rewrite the two equations. X minus 5 squared, that would be a squared, then plus b squared is equal to half. Then here we have, this will be a plus 2, then multiplied by b plus 2 equal 15 over 4. So if you expand this, so this will be ab, okay, then plus 2 into bracket a plus b, then plus 4, so which is equal to 15 over 4. Okay, so if you subtract 4 from both sides, so we have ab then plus 2 into a plus b, which is equal to negative 1 over 4. Then you can multiply both sides by 2. So if we do that, we have 2ab then plus 4 into a plus b, so which is equal to negative half. Yeah, negative half. So next thing we're going to do now is to add equation 1. Let's call this equation 3. So we had equation 3 and equation 4. So we had equation 3 and equation 4. We have a squared plus b squared then plus 2ab then plus 4 into a plus b, so which is equal to 1 over 2 plus negative half. If you look at it very well, this is a plus b to the second power. All right, then plus 4 into bracket a plus b, so which is equal to 0. So what do we notice here? A plus b is common, so we can factor out a plus b. So this implies a plus b then into a plus b plus 4, so which is equal to 0. So this implies a plus b equals 0, or a plus b plus 4 equal 0. So that is a plus b equals 0, or a plus b equal negative 4. So let's call this equation 5. Equation 5. But out of these two, I'm just going to use one, which is a plus b equals 0. The reason why I will not be using a plus b equal negative 4 is that if you make use of this later on, we're going to get a complex number, and then from the question we are has to work in a field of real number only, not a complex number. Do you understand now? Okay, so let's move on to the next step. So we've added equation 4 and equation 3. The next thing you are going to do is to subtract equation 4 and equation 3. That is, you subtract equation 4 from equation 3. So we do that, we have a squared plus b squared, okay, then minus 2ab then plus 4 into a plus b, so which will be equal to 1 over 2 minus half. So this will be a squared plus b squared minus 2ab minus 4 into bracket a plus b, so which is equal to 1, because half plus half is going to give us 1. And don't forget, it is a minus b to the second power. So this implies a minus b to the second power minus 4 into bracket a plus b, which is equal to 1. But remember, a plus b equals 0. So I'm not going to use a plus b equal to -4. I've told you the reason, because if you use -4, you're going to get a complex number when you take the square root. And then we are working in the field of real number, not a complex number. All right, I hope you get now. Okay guys, so remember a plus b equals 0, so you substitute a plus b equals 0 here. Then if you do that, we have a minus b to the second power, then minus 4 times 0, that's going to give us 0, so which is equal to 1. The next thing is to take the square root of both sides, so we have a minus b equal plus or minus 1. If you take the square root of 1, so you have plus or minus 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's call this equation 6. So definitely this will be equation 7. So we have a minus b equal plus or minus 1 as equation 7. All right, guys. Now, from this equation 5, we say a plus b equals 0. So this implies a equal to negative b. So substitute a to be negative b in equation 7. So we have a, which is now negative b. So we have negative b minus b equal plus or minus 1. That is negative 2b equals plus or minus 1. So multiply both sides by negative half. So we have b is equal to negative half multiplied by plus or minus 1. So when we have plus 1, we have b is equal to negative half. And we have negative 1, we have b is equal to positive half. Right? So we have b negative half and b positive half. So now, how do we now know the value of a? Don't forget, a is negative b. So when b is negative half, so we have a to be half. And when b is half, so we have a to be negative half. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we want to find the value of x and y, not a and b. So remember, we say a equal x minus 5 over 2. And then we say b equals y minus 5 over 2. Then when a is half, so that will be, and then we can make x the solid formula. X will be a plus 5 over 2, and then y will be b plus 5 over 2. Then you substitute the values. So when a is half, so you have x equals half plus 5 over 2, and gonna give us 6 over 2, which is 3. And then when a is negative half, so you have x equals negative half plus 5 over 2. So that's going to give us 4 over 2, which is equal to 2. You do the same thing for y. So when your y, when b is negative half, so you have y to be equal to negative half plus 5 over 2. So that's going to give us 4 over 2, so which is equal to 2. Then when b is half, so you have y is equal to half plus 5 over 2. So that's going to give us 6 over 2, which is 3. All right, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we have when what's it called? When x is 3, y will be what's it called? Y will be 2. And then when x is 2, y will be 3. So definitely x will be equal to x, and at the same time y will be equal to y. And x will be equal to y, and at the same time y will be equal to x. So we have 2, 2. That is, when x is 2, y is also 2. So 2, 2, and then we have 3, 3. When x is 3, y is also 3. All right, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we've solved all the values of x. We already know one of the values of x before, which is 2, 3, and then 3, 2. Then we have 2, 2, and 3, 3. So those are the 4 values of x and y in a beautiful equation. So if you like this kind of video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share. Yeah, click the notification button so that anytime we upload video, you'll be the first to watch. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.